Well, been a minute. Spent about 4 months basically putting myself through school, and I just wasn't in the mood to make videos. And quite frankly, the last 4 months, you know, ever since basically just after Charlie Kirk died, and then, all this Israel crap and Somalia crap and all this shit that's being put in our face, suspiciously timed. I felt like it was time to make a video again because basically all this shit that we're all arguing about. I mean, I'm not going to do the whole left, right, up, down thing, but it really comes down to people dealing from different sets of facts, right? So there's two things. You're either ignorant or you're stupid. Now, for those of you that call people ignorant as an insult, ignorant just means you are without knowing facts of, particular whatever it is. So we're all ignorant. Now, if you're stupid, well, that ignorance just doesn't ever leave because you can't embrace new ideas. You're too stupid to, hear a headline or hear something and go investigate said topic. If you've lived your life, whether things are going really good, I didn't question shit till after COVID. So I was ignorant. Still am ignorant to many things. You don't know what you don't know. But had someone presented me with any kind of facts back then that were counter to whatever opinion I may have had, uninformed or very poorly informed opinion on something that maybe I haven't given a lot of thought about, like pick your topic, I would have still received that information. I've always thought that, when you go into a room, just assume there's always someone smarter than you, because there is. But, you have to be open to learning. If you can accept the idea that there is stuff out there that you don't know, then that means that information to you would be new, right? So if there's new information out there, then you have to be able to receive it. So I don't know if these people who are protesting Venezuela right now, like, this is just the last straw for me. Like, I'm just so fed up with all these idiots. You're going to take a big stand on something and you haven't even looked into it. Like, hearing these people call Donald Trump a dictator while he's removing a dictator, literally someone where in the streets of Venezuela and all over the other countries where 8 million people have left Venezuela in, the previous years because things are so bad there. You watch their GDP, go look it up with like Poland, when Poland was socialist, communist, Marxist, whatever, and they were down here, and then they went capitalism. Well, at the same time, you watch Poland go up and Venezuela go down as Venezuela went from a democracy to Chavez before this idiot Maduro, and they were just, selling drugs and selling some oil and not giving a shit and enriching themselves and letting all their people starve, which is how socialism seems to always end up in communism. So I just think it's hilarious that people are out there protesting this. I mean, how stupid are you? I'm going to have to go down to the Vancouver, Arts Center or wherever they're having these protests down here. And just, like, I got to ask these people some basic questions. Like, I mean, who do they think Maduro is? I listened to some grandma talk about international law. Could you imagine to kidnap someone and his wife? It's like, do you know what happened to Maduro's political opposition? That guy's in jail. He was put there by Maduro. He lost an election 2 years ago. Like, what do these people? I bet you these people don't even know that. I mean, what do you call someone who's gonna stay in power, even though they were elected out, just because they have the power of the military? And the only reason they have the power of the military is because they bribed them. And half of those military people just know a country that is so poor that they probably jumped at the chance to make some money for themselves. I'm not saying that's right, but I'm just, you can understand how that might happen. It's not hard to bribe desperate people, especially if you're going to be on the in with the guy that's calling the shots. I mean, it's just, it's easier to go against than go against the grain, right? It's always easier to be a muppet. It's always easier to just be an ignorant, go along with the crime and don't say anything, even though you know something bad's happening. Just shut up and just get yours, you know? Anyways, I just wanted to talk about that because I am so sick of these ignorant people talking about stuff like they think they know about it. If you don't know something about it, say what you think you know and be open to receive, some other facts. Do some fucking research before you open your mouth. Fucking ridiculous. I'm so fed up with these fucking Muppets and they all have a fucking vote. So all of you fuckers that don't fucking vote, you need to fucking vote. Yeah, a lot of F-bombs. So fucking annoyed at this shit. It's ridiculous. Anyways, I'll have a few more videos hopefully coming out. I'm getting back into the workforce, and but yeah, things have been pretty good. Almost a year doing this life, living in my car. So yeah, gonna be a good year, 2026, if these fucking idiots don't drive my blood pressure through the roof first. Peace.